Do you wanna die? Love that song. Welcome once again to Chill Filtered, the podcast where we drink whiskey so you don't have to. But you probably should. Hey, you probably are. Hey, that's why we like you. I kept it short and sweet today. And let's talk about some business. Hey, I realized that we got a few new subscribers and a few new viewers thanks to the cool Found North link on their website, I imagine. And, you know, basically how cool we are in certain cool ways. We appreciate the subscription, the subscribe button being smashed. I will say this, listen to a few episodes, you'll be hooked. And thanks for being a part of our community already. Yeah. So my business this week is stay subscribed and find out what we're all about. So that's the business for this week.
How about a special side business? Special side business here for Secret Sampler people.
Oh,
if I recall correctly, today is the day. Please box something up. It's today, right?
The day that this comes out?
Yeah, correct.
Yes, I believe so.
Whew. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't even put anything together yet, but I'm planning on it. Yeah.
No. Yes, the day that this comes out, dear listener who always listens the day things come out, today is the day. Box it up, get it out. But of course, if for whatever reason you can't, just please communicate. Just please reach out. Let us know. We can let them know. It's not a big deal. Just please communicate.
We'll make it work.
It's not out the door already. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. And I'm excited. That must be what that one thing in my courier incoming might be. Yeah, I forget who got me. I should know because, you know, we set up and mostly you matched, but I approved.
I forget who got you too. And actually, I forget who got me. But I do know, I did let my guy know because I completely forgot to put a note in there that even said happy holidays or anything. But I've got a box for Cody Clark as a thanks because I think Cody Clark may have been our number one or very close provider of samples this year. So I made sure that he was well compensated.
Nice. So, okay. You know, we probably both track the courier websites to see what's incoming.
True, of course.
So my guy is not. I mean, they are potentially from Arizona, but that's not where my random package is coming from. My random package has come from Tucson, which I really hope has to do with Del Bach.
No.
Or do you know?
It's Christmas. I believe it is. Well, do you want to know?
Oh, heck yeah, Jim Mathwig. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure because I have one on the way from Tucson as well.
Well, fortunately, we've at least been promised a bottle of Ode from Del Bach.
True.
So hopefully that works out soon. But we want to do that one because we didn't even get to do 2024 Ode to Isla, but I really want to do it this year.
Are you sure? I swear we did batch 3.
I don't think we did, and I can find out in a moment.
I bought a batch 3. Yeah, I would have bought a batch 3. Even
we could still do it. It's just gonna be a year late. Let's see. Ode.
Yeah, actually, if we
never did batch 3.
Then let's, the episode will be mainly batch 4, but we could sip a little batch 3 too.
Yeah, we'll see which one's better, batch 3 or 4. Hopefully, it just keeps getting better every year.
Hopefully.
Except for the name. It just gets shorter every year.
It's shorter and shorter every year. Next year it'll be odd.
Yeah, odd. And then it'll just be yeah, and then it'll be nothing.
I was wondering how long you were going to let the silence go.
Yeah, I should have gone longer. Yeah, I was about to anticipate your question.
Top of the list, life? Man. I want you to talk about Disney for the next 15 minutes.
So I don't know if people remember last year's response to that question, but it was like the words net negative showed up a little bit. And honestly, it was kind of net negative. There were good moments, there were bad moments, but it seemed like in severity and in frequency, the negative events took over in my mind. Like it's hard. Like my daughters are angels, everyone. But I don't know what was in their heads. Like there was different issues for both girls. Like, and I love you girls when you listen to this years from now, and I will take you over any other child in the whole world. But Beck was a little emotional, had a lot of attitudes, and was a little entitled. And it was really hard at times where she would just like have a meltdown, and she's not the typical meltdown kind of girl. And I was just kind of worried, and I'm like, I hope this is just a Disney phase or maybe just a little phase or something like that. But it was like one morning we were trying to go out and she just didn't want to go to the parks, and we're like, but do you want to go to the park? She's like, yes, but I don't want to leave the hotel. And I'm like, well, that's what it's gonna take. And it became,
can't the parks come emotional. To me?
Yeah, pretty much is kind of how it came across. And I just felt bad, and like Heather and I were just very stressed out because of that. We're like, what do we do? Like, do we want to pick you up and you freak out? But we got to get out the door to go to the park.
Right.
And Gray was just cute little Gray who doesn't listen when you ask her to do something. And she will one day hopefully get over that. But she's definitely second child syndrome. And I love her to death, and she is so cute. And on the funny side, outside of the bad side, the funny side was that Gray was terrified of every slow ride, like similar, like almost like, think of it like It's a Small World After All type rides. But she did actually like that ride. But every other slow ride, she was like terrified. Like she's like, they're gonna get me. And we're like, no, we're right here for you. And like she literally would use that phrase, they're gonna get me. The bad guys are gonna get me. And we're like, no, we are here. And so we actually pulled her out of certain rides because we're like, we don't want to scar her. But it was kind of funny at the same time that she was like terrified of like random little things. Like we went to see Olaf. So we went to see a lot of princesses and meet and greets with the princesses. And she loved all the princesses. She was enamored with Cinderella. We took multiple photos of her being just awestruck by Cinderella. She would be like, and it was very cute. And then we meet Olaf, who is one of her favorite characters, and in general Disney, stuff. But she was terrified of Olaf. And literally after we met Olaf, she said, Olaf gonna get me. And we're like, no, Olaf's not gonna get you. Like he just wanted a warm hug, and stuff like that. So it was cute, but also sad, but also funny at the same time. And on the good side of things, they were very excited to see princesses. We did have a lot of good times. Beck liked a few rides. Gray liked a few rides. I actually have a really good picture of me and Gray on a ride while Beck and her mom, my wife, are on a little more hardcore ride. They went on what do you call it? The mine train at Magic Kingdom, which is like you don't need to be that old to ride it, but it's a little more like drops, but not really that much. But enough to say Beck was like, it tickled my tummy. And I'm like, nice. Nice. But yeah, me and Gray went on the Dumbo ride and the teacup ride. And one other, I'm forgetting, but we loved it. And there's this one picture of me and Gray on the Dumbo ride where she is stoked. And we're both going, awesome. So it's a keeper of a pick. And so they were good, they were bad, and they were funny. So
how was like the fact, I know you guys go to Disney all the time. Is there a world where the bad wouldn't have been as bad if you'd been somewhere else entirely, like because of you and your enjoyment and putting up with stuff like that?
So I don't love Disney personally. But I don't think that's what you were asking. But my wife is, okay, maybe it was. I don't like, this is not my prime vacation. I'd rather go to somewhere semi-city. Like if we went to like Seattle and just hit up the town, like that's my kind of vacation. Or if we went to Paris, that's like my ultimate kind of vacation. It's like going to Europe and hitting up a city and just doing the local things. Disney is just overdone. I don't want to say that. I want to hurt my wife's feelings, but we do it like once a year at least. And I enjoy parts of it. I enjoy the hospitality that they offer. I enjoy the magical experience they offer, and I enjoy the food. But it is not what I told Heather, I'm like, hey, if you like died, I would take the girls out of obligation as opposed to like that I really want to go.
Right.
And I was like, I'd probably go every other year just because I feel like you'd want them to do that every other year. But if it were up to me, I would never go again in my life. Probably. I could probably say that pretty confidently.
Yeah. So like,
but
you're putting up with the stuff that wasn't fun with the kids. Like, do you think that if you had been somewhere that you'd rather go, like, do you think that you would have handled that better, putting up with the kids' stuff?
I think so, only because I think there are multiple factors going into the meltdowns. And I think one is the sugar, because we're eating a lot of sugar. Two is other kids are also melting down. And you see other kids getting this like entitled attitude, and they're thinking, hey, they can melt down. Maybe it might be that. It might not be that, but it might be like, hey, I see these other kids freaking out. I too can freak out. And then on top of that, we're throwing off because of the sake of hitting up the scheduled lightning lane rides and stuff. We're throwing off nap time. Meals aren't exactly where they need to be in terms of timing. So all those things could be fixed if we were going to visit Seattle or something like that. Like we could actually plan on being back at our hotel for a little rest time or a little nap time or a little, getting to bed on time, or it just really threw the whole schedule off. The sugar is a lot higher at Disney World. And then on top of those three things, there's also this like weird entitlement of like, hey, I got off the ride. Can I get something at the gift shop? And we're like,
every ride.
No, yeah, not every ride, that's for sure. And so there was that concern as well. So with those four things, they don't always happen if you were to visit somewhere like Seattle, even though some of them might. You might hang out a little later than normal. You might skip nap time. But I find those options, I don't know if it would. I know there would be a difference in home life versus Seattle life, but I don't think it would be as severe as Disney. So I think like Heather and I even considered like maybe we shouldn't go next year. Maybe we should wait until they're a little more like have a grasp on like gratitude.
So I take it since that conversation was had, I imagine Heather kind of at least feels a little bit like the way that you feel too.
Yes, we definitely had a conversation where we're like, this is net negative. And so yeah, but I know it means a ton to Heather. So if she really needs to go back next year, I will definitely consider it. I will just lower my expectations even more.
All right. How about this? Next year, Heather still really wants to go. So you guys pass the kids off to grandparents and just you and Heather go. How much would you enjoy that?
I would enjoy it more. That's for sure. We even had the in-laws come with us, which I never mentioned. And they watched the kids for a night. And that night where they watched the kids was the best time of the whole vacation. And not that I don't love my children. It was just like, we didn't have to worry. We didn't have to think about emotions or attitudes coming in. We were just enjoying it. And they were up late and watching some movies with Gigi and Papa and enjoying themselves. But we were just enjoying ourselves, traveling around the area of Disney and stuff. So I thought you were going to ask something along the lines of like, I don't even remember now. So,
well, I know that we've talked about how Heather doesn't like to go on vacation without the kids. So I know that like that's a bit of a stretch for you guys to plan that next year.
Yeah, that would never happen. Like Heather would feel so guilty that we went to Disney and the kids didn't get to come. Yeah, I don't know if it'd be guilty. She would also feel like it would be a waste because that's what she wants. She wants to introduce her kids to Disney. That's like probably her bigger desire than going to Disney is exposing the kids to Disney. So
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. What are you buzzing on?
Oh yeah, right. Okay, so I've got a sample here from Mr. Max. I've got a Mr. Max.
Hey, check him out. Whiskey with Max.
Yeah, MAKS. This is Springbank 18 bottled in 2023. Yeah, so I'm overshooting what we're drinking today by a couple of years. But it's
maybe not by a couple tastes.
It's my only Springbank in the house. So
nice.
In order for me to drink 2 different Springbanks today, it had to be this. So
nice.
Here we are. What about you? What you got?
Didn't you used to have a bottle? Did you finish it?
I have a what's it called?
A long row? Oh,
Hazelburn. Yeah. Which, close. I could have done that, I guess. But I don't know. I also kind of just wanted to. I've been working on clearing out sample bottles like crazy, man.
Oh, I should do that.
Yeah, and this is. I swear, it's not even a joke that I drink other people's whiskey more than I drink my own whiskey.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. The amount of times in the past couple months that I've opened up one of my own bottles and had a pour out of it is like maybe 5% of the time that I'm opening up sample bottles and pouring from sample bottles. It's ridiculous.
I should do that more. I do every now and then. But I'm looking at this pile of half-filled sample bottles from prior episodes, as well as Re-Entry Buzz half-drankadids. And it's a lot of stuff from the Whiskey Shaman, which I am not complaining about.
No, not at all. Yeah.
He sends really what I love about the Whiskey Shaman is that the stuff he sends is not always top tier, but it's always really interesting, which I love. Yeah.
Totally agree. It's like I've never even heard of this distillery, or I've never even heard of this product from this distillery. It's always like I've never even heard of something about this.
Yeah, he sent. It's probably here right now. He told me to save. Yes, here it is. It was a Andalusia single malt peated Texas single malt finished in tequila casks, and I was like, "This is money." And I texted him right away after I tried it. He also sent me this rye. I forget who made the rye, but it was on point rye, candy to the max, like a small distillery that was nailing it. What a generous man. If you're not a fan of the Whiskey Shaman, check out his YouTube, not YouTube. Well, he's got a YouTube channel, but he's also a podcast. Technically, is it technically a podcast?
Or is it just a podcast. He's got a Patreon too. Yeah. Whiskey Shaman.
What a baller. And he's so generous. I literally have taken multiple pictures of my collection and be like, pick something. Let me send it to you. And he's like, I'll get to that. But he just keeps sending goodies. He just keeps sending the goodies, man. Speaking of which, did he text you or message you saying he sent yours out today as well?
Yeah, there's a Christmas gift on the way.
What a baller.
I know.
So,
we're gonna have
how are you doing?
Good little pile of Christmas gifts here come next week.
Seriously. Ballers all around.
Yeah. How am I doing? I'm doing great. My brother came into town for a nice little whiskey weekend. And so Brian Duncan came over, and between Brian Duncan and myself, we managed to acquire the full 2025 BTAC lineup.
Great.
So we opened all 6 and poured a little pour of all 6 for all 3 of us. A nice little matrix of 18 Glencairns out on the table, and we just kind of made our way through. And Cole and I are going to drink that next episode for our Christmas episode.
I'm so excited.
I will withhold public judgment of any
Yeah.
certain bottles until that time.
Mm,
But yeah, obviously it was super fun, super memorable.
that's cool.
And so there was a Found North tasting at Trevor's
Nice.
because
Yeah.
Found North now has an agreement with a distributor here to actually have distribution to Arizona. And since they worked that through Trevor's, I guess like Trevor's has maybe a 3-ish month or something exclusive deal.
Nice.
So they had a little tasting. I got duped, I guess.
Wasted.
No. I don't know. I don't want to be mean because I made an assumption. The cost of the tasting was literally right at the cost of a Found North bottle. And the way the tasting was presented in marketing from Trevor's was people who attend the tasting get the opportunity to take home a bottle of batch 11 or Goldfinch. But what they didn't explicitly say, and what it ended up being, is people who attend the tasting have the opportunity to purchase a bottle of batch 11 or Goldfinch. And the cost of the tasting was $160. So it's like, and I know that bottles of Found North are $160. So it's like, cool.
That's what they
get. And so at the end of the tasting, they were like, all right, we have bottles over here for purchase. And I was just like, hey, dude, was a bottle included in the cost of this ticket? And he was like, no, we weren't able to do that this time. And then rolled into the justification of why the tickets were that expensive. What it boiled down to was this room that we're in right now is closed for this private event. And if this room wasn't closed, the amount of revenue that we would have made was approximately this. Therefore, we had to charge this much for these tickets. And I'm just
baloney.
From a consumer standpoint, why should I be having to pay more for your lost revenue to hold a special event and everything? So
was the event at Trevor's? I imagine not.
It was at the North Scottsdale Trevor's. Yeah.
And they're saying that if they held some other event there, it would have brought in that much money.
That was the room that it was in, was a cigar lounge. And so what he was saying was, like, if the cigar lounge had just been open to the public that evening, the people coming in and smoking cigars and drinking whiskey and everything,
$160 per person to smoke and drink whiskey.
That's approximately what he was saying. So that left a bad taste in my mouth, but the Found North left a great taste in my mouth.
Yeah, Chris was there too, right? So
yeah, Chris basically put it on. Like, Chris was the Found North rep. Chris Riesbeck at the event. So that was super fun. And actually, after saying all these negative things now, they did kind of make me feel like a rock star, because actually the Trevor's guy who got up literally like a minute into his spiel about hey all, thanks for coming, blah blah blah, he was like, this actually wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for Bryan right here. Bryan was the one who hooked us up and everything. And I was like, oh my gosh. and then Chris gets up, and Chris is all like, all right, how many of y'all have had Found North? I know Bryan's had like literally every release we've ever put out. So, and they just kept like calling me out. So it gave me a big head. And it was fun to be, called out so many times and everything. Nice. So I did enjoy that. And I felt so guilty for my brother. I paid for my brother's tasting ticket. I was like, do not pay me back. I thought you were going to get a bottle out of this. Do not pay me back. And Brian Duncan went too. And I had told him I'm pretty sure we'll get a bottle. And we didn't. And so I was like locking eyes with Brian. I was like, I'm so sorry, dude.
Oh, rough.
But
anyway. You know what's funny, Mr. Rap, is that without you, we wouldn't have hit the stride. I don't think we would have hit the stride with Found North. We had our first Found North prior to you being co-hosts. And that was thanks to you. You were the one who was like, you should check out Found North, reach out to them. I was like, I will. And then the first episode after Robbie left was me and Nick Taylor for the first time.
Yep,
and
I remember that.
You came on 5 or 6 episodes later. And the rest is history. So thanks to you, Mr. Bryan Rapp, for being an integral part of Chill Filtered in Fountain North. So.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. To cut to the chase, because I know we're running late. There was a annual toy drive lottery for Trevor's where they donate all the toys to a children's charity deal. And my number did get called a little late in the spiel. But it was early enough that I ended up being able to grab the last Parker's Heritage, the 11-year American whiskey. It was there was a nice pile of Blantons and Weller and a couple other things, and in the couple other things was the Parkers. So I was like, whoo. But
what did you crack it yet?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was as soon as we got home.
What we expected?
We expected it to be bad, right? Because it seems
we expected it to be mediocre at best.
It's better than mediocre at best.
Okay, good. That's good.
You'll see why soon enough.
I guess we will.
But yeah, I actually would I pay $200 for another one? No. Am I glad that I got it because it's a Parker's Heritage and I love Heaven Hill and it's a special release? Yes. I think it was worth a fun factor to give it a go for this. So you'll see. It is actually pretty good.
Nice. Glad to hear it.
On that.
Probably not as good as the 10th edition.
No. Definitely not. But
did I tell you I got to try the Curacao recently?
No, was it? Oh yeah, at the bar, right?
Yeah, in Portland. It was
forgettable.
Everything I expected it to be, and therefore not that great. But it was good. Don't get me wrong. It was a very orange fruity, lighter bourbon. But it wasn't. Some people are like, you're either like what I just said, or you're either like, no, this is one of the best things I ever drank. And I am on the former part of that that group. So all right, we're going long. You got anything else?
No, sir.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I am entry buzzing on Glen Grant 15. What is it called? Batch Strength. Yeah, Batch Strength. It's 100 proof. I thought it's higher age. Higher proof, definitely not 12-year 150 or 111, but it's 15-year 100. So
nice.
All right, let's send it a break. We'll be right back, and we'll talk about the history of a few things Springbank. So here we go to break.
This episode is brought to you by the always positive Domingo Corona. If you know Mingo, well, first off, you know that literally everyone just calls him Mingo. But you also know his answer to every question is yes. He is always down for anything. Want to come to a bottle share? Yes. Can you grab this from the store for me? Yes. Could I have a sample of that rare bottle? Yes. He even gave me a sample recently of Glendronach 21 that was bottled in 2017 the other day. It was heavenly, as Cole would say. Mingo is always where the action is, though. He is always ready to lend a hand. He is always has a gigantic smile on his face. So here's to Mingo. Thanks for your support of the Chill Filtered podcast via patreon.com. Cheers.
And we're back. And it's just by we, I mean me, because Bryan had to change his shorts. As a Phoenician, he has to hop into shorts as opposed to jeans, even though I used to be a Phoenician and I wore jeans every day. Anyway, some quick notes to get to. Christmas episode is next week. And honestly, sorry if you haven't sent something. You can still send something, but we probably won't be in the runnings for the Christmas episode giveaways because we needed everything by the day this podcast comes out. So, but if you want to send something, I don't even know. If you want to send a gift card, I guess that could probably work. An e-gift card. I don't know. We'll consider it in the runnings if it's that. So yeah, and then we got to do a drink along this month. That will be updated. We'll let you guys know when we're going to do a drink along. But it's going to be the Del Box Sentinel Cask Strength Rye. That's a Very special bottle. And that's that. I'm really excited for next week, though, for doing the Christmas episode.
For sure.
We already got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got 5 now. 5 gifts.
Yeah.
Did you get 5? Yeah.
Dude, I just have a pile. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, you would have gotten Wayne already. You've got Jim on the way, and
Miles
heck,
Ferguson.
there might even be one more too on the way. Actually,
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. And it's go time, and people start sending it right at the end too. So, but that means that we have certain gifts that are already unlocked. So be ready for that next week as we drink the antique collection with the new one.
I know.
Never said all 6 before, or never tried all 6 before.
Yeah. Have you ever had 6 BTACs in one night from the same year, Cole?
Nope. Never have. Nope. Last year we had all 5, right? Yeah, we did.
We did. Yeah.
That was sweet. And then in 2020, we were given all 5 small samples from
That's right.
Buffalo Trace. But then in 2021, they're like, we don't got nothing for you. And then 2022 or 2023, they're like, we'll give you 1. And then last year, they're like, we'll give you 1. But then they broke one, or one was leaky, and they sent another 2.
We'll give you half of one.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was great.
I love the idea that in 2021 they were like, you didn't save any from last year? We gave you like 5 last year.
Well, 2021 was also the one that they didn't do GTS.
Oh, that's right.
And was the best year of Weller of William LaRue ever.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty much. So shout out to Brian Duncan, that baller. Because I still think that we all tried that 2021 William LaRue together, and he was still willing to give us each a 2-ounce sample for the pool.
Yeah.
What a baller. Yeah. All right, let's talk about Springbank. Definitely not our first Springbank episode on the podcast. I'm actually in a spot where I can find out where we last. Oh, this is our first Springbank. Am I crazy?
Really?
Wait.
Well, yeah. What else would you have ever done? I mean,
it's just the. I guess this is our first Springbank. Yeah, we've only otherwise done the not Long Row. What's the other one?
Hazelburn.
Or no, we have done Long Row. No, we haven't.
Oh, yeah.
What's the other one?
Well, I haven't done Long Row, but Hazelburn.
Yeah, which we've done 1 episode on.
Sister Hazelburn.
I was listening to Sister Hazel recently. It was like 2003 album, Chasing Daylight.
Nice.
And I am not a huge fan of Sister Hazel, but that's a killer album. Nice. Just to throw it out there. So I thought we could talk Toadies. Oh yeah.
Toadies. Yeah.
So help me, Jesus. Do you want to die? I love that song. But I don't know any. I know 2 other songs probably by the Toadies. It's Backslider or whatever, and In the Belly of a Whale. So.
That's why I was like, this is the only song of theirs that I know. So I just started listening through multiple albums.
The Toadies?
Good ones. Yeah, there's a song called Tyler that I really, really liked.
I've definitely heard that. Heard that one as well. Added to the list. I don't remember how it goes, but I've for sure that's one of their top songs. So
yeah.
I could go on about 90s alternative, but let's get into the history, which I titled this week, Springbank being hipster and doing yearly batches in Scotland before it was really cool. Today annual bourbon and Scotch releases are a whole thing. Countdown clocks, we know when they're coming, teaser posts, batch numbers, launch events, scarcity, allocation, carefully engineered from top to bottom for each of these releases. Springbank did all of that without actually trying to. By the early 2000s, Springbank had already settled into a rhythm that most distilleries wouldn't embrace until decades later, especially in the Scotch realm, releasing whiskeys in small, naturally variable batches year after year with no attempt to lock in consistency, which is what the big point is here. It's like a lot of people could do, like for example, Booker's. Booker's started in the is it 80s? I think it was late 80s. Booker's was doing annual release, or not even
Sounds
annual. They were
right,
doing
actually.
multiple a year.
Yeah, well,
But they
that was
weren't
when he was
trying.
doing it like privately, I think.
Oh yeah. But they weren't trying to like make them unique as much as like, as far as I can say, they were in a way making it unique, but it was also like not mixing things up. And same with like some other, releases. It was, but like on the other side of things, Springbank, the 12-year cask strength became one of the clearest examples of a variable yearly release. And yes, it's 100% malted barley, but they were doing different things every year, which is it reminds me of like something like Parker's Heritage or E.H. Taylor's special editions, which they apparently don't do anymore.
What?
E.H. Taylor specials?
Well, I mean, friggin' barrel proof rye, yeah.
Is that special or is that a yearly release?
Well, if it was a yearly,
because isn't the barrel proof technically in that, like the barrel proof bourbon in that realm too? It's like once a year.
It is once a year, yeah. But it's
but
like one of those things where you got to look at the laser code to figure out which year it is. I haven't heard any rumor that they're going to do another batch of the barrel proof rye yet.
I thought it already came out. Am I wrong?
No, they've only done the one release.
So maybe it was. Maybe you're right. But like they skipped a few years to get to the barrel proof rye. They went from like the 21-year marriage, or was it the 18-year, or was it the batch or warehouse C or something? Whatever the last one. It was like 1 or 2 years before they did the barrel proof rye. But then they intended to do the barrel proof rye years ago, and we talked about that on the barrel proof rye episode. But you can watch that one again. Anyway, where did I leave off? Springbank Cask Strength, one of the clearest examples, not because it was designed as a series, but because it had to be. Springbank doesn't have the volume, warehouse stock, or production philosophy to smooth out every difference between years. Instead of fighting those differences, they bottle them. I like that. Each annual release of the 12-year cask strength reflects whatever the distillery produced and matured that year. Shifts in the cask mix, filling strength, climate, and simple chance. What makes this historically interesting is what didn't happen so much. So there was no announcement, and there was like a quote annual release. No marketing language about this year's edition. The whiskey just showed up, sometimes quietly, sometimes inconsistently. And drinkers slowly realized that they were tasting a once-per-year snapshot of the Springbank's warehouses. Only later did the rest of the whiskey world catch up. As demand grew and limited editions became profitable, other distilleries deliberately engineered annual series, specific release schedules, fixed quantities, and carefully tuned... Crap, that's where the little blank in the page was. Carefully tuned profits. I don't even know. Designed to meet expectations.
Carefully tuned stuff.
Probably turned profit. Tuned profits, or it's not turned profits. I don't know. Springbank never changed its approach. The rarity and variability weren't added. They were always there. That's why each bottle of Springbank 12 cask strength doesn't just represent age or strength, like proof. It represents a moment in time and a year of production decisions, cask availability, and warehouse conditions that will never be repeated or perfectly recreated, which is what I love. It's similar to like E.H. Taylor or special editions. It's similar to Parker's Heritage. It's similar to like, some of the other cool releases like that. In a whiskey world increasingly built on planning releases years in advance, Springbank remains stubbornly old-fashioned, and that is the truth. If you look at the label even on Springbank, I don't know if that's changed since the 50s. It is very old school. They're not trying that hard at like marketing or their website, even though their website's pretty good. Even the Long Row looks even older, a branding.
Yeah,
and the
sure.
Hazelburn looks even older, which is what I love about Springbank. They're like not trying to be hip. They're just putting out good whiskey. So, and for those who don't know, Long Row and Hazelburn are Springbank brands from the same distillery. One is extra peated, and one is like medium peated. I think Long Row's the extra peated. I think Hazelburn's the medium peated.
No, Hazelburn's the unpeated, non-peated, or it's like super
right.
low, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
Okay, Springbank's the middle peated.
Correct.
Yes, and then Long Row's the extra peated.
Yeah, Long Row's heavily peated for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna leave off. They didn't invent annual releases on purpose, but they proved that bottling whiskey, honestly, year by year, was compelling long before anyone realized it could be very well marketed. So let's talk about what we're drinking today. Springbank 12 Cask Strength 2025 came out in February, I believe, of this year. 12-year, duh. Single malt, 100% malty bees. Campbeltown. If you don't know about Campbeltown, it used to be the whiskey center of the world, they used to call it. It used to be a port town in Scotland, which was where a lot of different people would come in and they'd drink the good scotch and move on out. This is technically, I believe, from what I read online, I think this is technically, but not officially, batch 27.
Oh, wow. Dang, yeah. I wouldn't have guessed that high, but then again, I should have, given how long they've been around.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. 55.5% alcohol. That's 111 proof. 100%.
Say that one more time.
55.5. Oh, 111.
Actually.
Oh, I was way off.
55.9.
Oh crap! Well, are you sure that's 2025?
Yeah. Yeah. 13 February 2025. Laser code on the back.
Mobby. I guess that's 55.9. So that puts it at 111.8.
We didn't get any Instagram
backlash
on our flub, on our what should we drink. We had written that it was 55.9 proof, but also
some people just unsubscribed. They're like inaccuracies.
I think the picture I used had a different proof on it too. Anyway, but yeah, kind of confusing. But correct me if I'm wrong. The casks change, the blend changes. 100%.
That was my next note. Yep.
Very good. Please continue.
So this year it is 100% ex-bourbon casks, and they haven't done that since 2021. So every year it changes. They're not trying to, I mean, it's cask strength, so it's always going to be a little bit different, but there always, might be some sherry in there, might be some just not sherry in there, stuff like that. So every year it's different. And that's what makes it kind of that yearly release variability. For what I saw, at least for American dollars, I don't know about the export amount of money, but it was given it was like 72 pounds a bottle in the British pound. But I think that translates to about 95 retail. But I would expect that to go a little higher with the export cost of getting it to the US. So
yeah,
that's the history.
I want to say the lowest, like stores not marking it up at all, price for Springbank 12 Cask Strength is somewhere around 120, maybe 130 now.
Okay, that makes sense. I would pay that. From what I
remember where I got this, but I paid 135. But I've seen this all the way up. Actually, the total wine price, if you pull up the total wine page on Springbank 12 Cask Strength, it says like 180 actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And we got to try this, me and you. Actually, shout out to Ben Klepsig, that baller. Ben, we were at a bar in Madison, and we said, Ben, do a re-entry buzz for us. Pick out something that we could both drink half a pour of, and we'll try to decide what it is. And I don't think either of us got too close. Did you get close? I remember I wasn't too close.
No, actually, I said I guessed this was Ben's favorite Octomore 13-2.
Oh,
that was my guess.
I do remember one specific lovely note that I will probably talk about as I drink it, if it matches what I previously thought. But it was a very cool note. So let's get into it.
We have no idea whether what we drank at the bar was similar or not. We don't know if it had sherry in it. Maybe
I thought we were sure that it was the 2025.
I don't remember checking the laser code because at the time I didn't know, didn't care. I didn't own this when we did that. So like I didn't even know laser code stuff was a thing.
But to our hopeful benefit, this was well released before we got there in September. So let's hope it's the same. But because I really love that port, but so far I really love it on the nose.
Yeah. Yeah. That bar though, I mean, that's the kind of bar who'd have stuff sitting around for a long time on their shelves. So
yeah.
Who knows?
All right. What is this note? There's a slight amount of smoke. It's not too smoky.
Yeah. I love
it's
that.
Really
smoke.
nice and sweet. Not dry at all. It's not like sweet like Ardbeg sweet, but it's sweet.
Yeah. Definitely some buttery thickness going on here. I love the smoke. And it is like there is halfway to Isla.
Heather?
I know I was going to say halfway to Heather. Like there is some briny that's like halfway to a typical Isla. It's like a little briny iodine, and it could just be, you know, I'm not the world's most educated Scotch drinker, but I'm picking up on a funky salinity here that is like I hope I wouldn't guess that this was a full-on Isla, but there's a little bit of that funky salinity for me on the nose.
Yeah. Great palate. I don't know if this is what we drank at the bar, but I still the finish though. Give me a moment.
Yeah, dude. Oh man. There's difference in the sit for me, even from right away on like the 1-2 timeline, right into the 3-4 timeline. The rich sugars don't come out immediately, but they come out like 3-4. Like it really swoops up for a nice, rich, Cody sweetness, mouth Cody Clark sweetness that I became infatuated with right at the beginning of the sip, and now I don't remember anything else.
It's got a great finish. And I can see a little bit of that note that I originally brought up at the bar. And that note was fresh watermelon.
What?
Yeah. And if you can get some crazy fruit, like pretty much the best single malt I've ever had notes of pineapple. And that was shout out to Joel Bradbury for that one. That was incredible. This is great. Like the smoke is so well balanced on the palate, and it turns slowly into this like, yeah, I'm gonna stand by it. I think this might be what we drank because there is a nice conversion into like fresh watermelon, which I love.
Dude, I'm Googling something.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's it. That's what I'm thinking of. All right. I feel like this is the whiskey version of like a Biscoff cookie cracker. Cookie cracker. There is a like almond, nutmeg. Nice. Normally I say cinnamon a lot, but I do want to differentiate here. Like I'm not going to just start throwing out confectionery terms, baking spices on this, because I do believe there's not like cinnamon spices here, but there's caramel, almond, buttery. This is like a graham cracker, but it's like more on the dessert side of a graham cracker. Honey, caramel. Just like this is you could drink this with a nice big slice of unflavored cheesecake. Like, dude,
that'd be great. That's a great combo. At the finish, are you getting any melon fruit?
Not really. The amount of spice on here is kind of keeping me away from anything fruity. It's hard for me to see through the spice that's on here to see if there's fruity. I could see how if there had been sherry barrels in this, I could see that evoking the idea of a pink color fruit in your mind. You know, it makes me wonder, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think the best part is the finish for sure. I am going to have to add some water, but I forgot to get the water and the ice. So I'll be right back. You talk.
Oh, dude, I got nothing.
Take your time.
Yeah. All right. Well, the question is, how much water do I add? Because recently I had a nice rant on adding a substantial amount of water to the pour. Probably added about 6 drops in a almost 1 ounce pour here. We'll see if this brings out any fruit.
All right. I'm back with some water after an intrusion from my daughter. Snuck in the room while I stepped out and started to make a scene. Pretty awesome.
She's
but
like,
not
ooh, the door's
of,
open.
Yeah, not worthy of the podcast though.
Yeah.
All right, I dropped a few drops.
Yeah, on the nose at least, like I'm not getting as much sweetness. There's a dusty thing that comes out on the nose, but it just kind of seems like brighter, acidic, thinner, dusty on the nose with water.
Sharper on the ABV for sure. On the palate, it's a little more bite. It's not unpleasant. It's just sharper as well on the palate, like kind of. That's the best way I can describe it. It's just a little bite, a little sharp.
Tell you what, I do get a little fruit now, and that fruit is like apricot, but it's almost like it's like underripe, so that it's like not juicy, flavorful. It's like hard and crispier and just not rich in flavor at all. So not a huge fan of water, but you know what? For the sake of science, I'll add another like 6 drops or so here and see what happens.
Science. I'm gonna drop my cube and let it kind of melt a little bit for the next pour. Nice.
Yeah, dude, the neat nose is so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of mutes it out with that sharpness of alcohol a little bit.
Yeah, not a fan with water.
Definitely not as smoky on the nose either with the water.
Oh, true. Yeah, totally agree. Oh yeah, I added a double cube here. Got 2 cubes in there.
Drink whiskey. You didn't see it, but I was pouring it into my mouth from a distance. It was like landing on my tongue, and then I like. It wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad, but it was like I was like coughing because of the way I was sipping it.
Hyper oxidized? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, decanted. Yeah,
decanted in my mouth.
In my mouth,
dude. I actually like the ice nose pretty well.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's like you can really get in there.
Musty a little bit.
Yeah, musty. It's like very wet oak, very like dank, wet oak.
Dank.
It's dank. Actually, I really like the palate too, dude. Dang, this is 2 ice pours we've done in a row that are actually surprisingly good. The viscosity hangs in there with ice.
It's about the same as the neat pour to me, like in a good way. Like I didn't expect it to be this good. Everything in the neat pour in how good it is as good in the ice pour to me.
Wow, so your neat pour was that cold too?
You got a point there. And then one thing else I'll mention is that I have more of the ice pour for some reason.
Dude, infinite whiskey hack.
Infinite whiskey hack.
Just
one day we're going to put that on the thumbnail. Did we ever do that? Did we officially do that? I don't think we did.
No.
Yeah. One day we will.
Nor will we ever. A future Songle Barrel name, maybe. Infinite whiskey hack.
That's a great point. Yeah. Just add ice. Every time you sip it, just add ice and drink just about as much as that ice amount was. And you'll have infinite whiskey.
I know. Level stays the same. I'm back on my neat pour though. I did a hefty neat pour earlier.
Nice.
So I'll do another neat sip or two, and actually, I want to do a nice little Springbank 18 comparison here and see what the through line is on these, if there is one.
Great stuff, Springbank, killing it. I'm
Who would
trying
have
to
thought?
decide if this is 9.0 worthy or hub to what worthy. I think it is.
Yeah, upcoming distillery like Springbank. I mean, I'd never heard of these guys before. Yeah.
I remember the first. Okay, funny story. When I was first getting into whiskey, I got a bottle of Springbank and I didn't like it. It was Springbank 15, and I did not like it. It just wasn't up my alley at the time. But I know now that was because my palate hadn't really developed yet. But Springbank is good. I think part of it was like even psychological. When I looked at their label and it was like this old, not fancy label, I was like, are they even trying? But it turns out they are. Fast forward to 2025 and they are.
Are they even trying? I love it. Dude, the Springbank 18, I would bet all my points for the remainder of the season that Springbank 18 has sherry in it.
Nice.
There is a serious sherry presence on the Springbank 18 now. Just in case they do something different every year, to be specific, I'm talking about Springbank 18 from 2023, courtesy of Whiskey with Max MAKS on Instagram.
Hey-o.
There is a musty red dried grape skins and tannins on this Springbank 18 2023, and it is noticeably darker in the Glen too.
Yeah.
That being said, though, like I normally do love sherry finish stuff, but the Springbank 12 Cask Strength, I really love where I landed on the Biscoff cracker deal on that. I love the almond nutmeg deal, caramel that's going on here. Actually, one last thing in comparison between the 18, which is not cask strength, and the 12, which is cask strength, the weight of the palate is very equivalent on both these pours.
Nice.
So like hats off to the 18 in that regard.
What's the proof of the 18?
I don't know, but honestly, it's gotta be 90. It's gotta be 92 to 94.
Yeah.
Anyway, it has a big flavor presence that's equivalent of a cask strength 12-year Scotch. 92. Mm-hmm. I knew it. It had to be the classic Scotch proof here.
Classic.
If we were on the entry buzz, I would have got at least 8 points on that one.
Yeah, you would have gotten mad points. One of the tasting notes of the 18, even though it's not the 15, is almond, vanilla, and chocolate.
Chocolate?
I like almond.
Yeah, dude.
Almond is one of my favorite notes.
Yeah, I'm a big almond guy.
Do you ever have
like big almonds? Yeah, that's
yeah. And I cannot lie. It's like the peach. You know, like almond is a stone fruit, and it comes from like a. Let me see, almond fruit. Let me look this
I'm not
up.
sure I knew that.
Like a big butt.
Oh dang, dude! I'm back to the cask strength 12 now.
Yeah,
I genuinely think
big butt.
The fruit.
Go ahead.
Fruit around the
and
almond?
You're saying you like big almonds or big butts. It's similar to apricot. They have like the same seed. It's stone fruit.
I knew I should have sent this to you. You were telling me about East Coast apples recently. And there's some orchard that's over there. I don't know. I live in Arizona, so over there is everywhere over there. But it's an orchard where they put out a calendar every year of a photo shoot, 12 photos for the months of apples that have a genetic feature that makes them look like a butt. And it like, I don't know if you call it a mutation or what, but just an apple that grew funky. Therefore, it has a nice little squeeze in on one part. And so it looks like a butt. And the photo shoot's done in a way where it really accentuates the buttness of each apple.
Yeah.
I knew I should have sent that to you, man. Well, granted, there's probably not a lot of people doing that. So I bet if you just Google it, you'll find it.
I did find it. Wow. Wow.
One of them literally, like, there's like a freaking hole right in the middle of the cheeks.
Oh,
like
no.
It's like one of them looks like a friggin' hole, man.
That's so funny. I gotta look at this.
Anyway, I think
Left Bank ciders.
Yeah, that's it.
Wild,
that was it.
Juicy butt apples.
Hell yeah, dude. If they sold a box of butt apples and charged twice as much for them, I would pay
sell
that and shipping for them to deliver those to me.
Dude, that's true marketing these days. Not always, but true marketing. They recently said the 2026 Apple butt calendar is out officially. So God. I gotta check that out. That'd be so
I should have just fired off on that and sent it to you as a Christmas gift, man. God,
that would be great. Wait, so I have a question. Did you send more than just a whiskey for your gift?
One bottle, sir. That's all you get.
That's what I did as well.
Good.
Yeah, because last year I did a whiskey and some glasses, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, and for my birthday, you way overdid it. So let's dial it back, sir.
We're stepping it back a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah. So we had a limit last Christmas, but last birthdays we were like, didn't mention it, and I was like, dude, I found something.
I love that you asked though, because last year, if I remember correctly, it was like a bottle of whiskey and like a mini Buffalo Trace Glencairn or something. I want to say that we each had something a little extra. Yeah, a wee Glencairn. Yeah, as Emma used to love.
Yeah.
All right. So for me later, when I'm trying to segment this YouTube video, this is the point now where I say ratings. Let's do ratings. This is the ratings point that I look for.
Yeah.
All right. Cole, do you have any idea? Do you want me to go first? Rate this sucker.
I have an idea, but I'm going to go in the numerical score. My idea was that, sorry, I got distracted by a post from Max on Discord. That was a Cole Ela, nice looking 12-year Gordon MacPhail. Anyway, 9.2. This is good. No, I'm gonna go 9.15. Not yet 9.2. This is great. It's got the smoke. It's got the sweet. It's got the fruit. It's got even a little melon, in my opinion, on that finish. It is enjoyable from every pour, especially ice and neat. This be good. This be good. I dig it. I give it at least an A-, but I'll let you go with your score.
Yeah. I'm looking up the rating scale. Obviously, like, I'm starting at average and I'm going upwards from here. Obviously, I'm looking for the road that says "dis be good," and the road that says "dis be good" is well above average.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. And I'm gonna top out at B+, and there's personal sentiment here. I think that this is great. I think they did a great job with this. This got all the way up to clearly stands out, but for me personally, it didn't hit the mark of extremely solid and well-rounded. No substantial negative comment can be made. And that comes from personal sentiment. This is a little too funky, and maybe that just frankly means that Springbank in general is a little too funky for me. There's a little too much of the the smoky bite salinity combo here for something that I'm gonna rate for how much I truly like it into the A territory. So I'm going to give this a B plus. I believe this clearly stands out. I think it's really impressive. I think that the only negative things I can say about it have to do with what my personal preferences are. Yeah. So that's going to top out a B plus, and I just can't quite give it the A.
That's okay. Sometimes we can't give it the A. But always worth a try. As far as I've seen with Springbank 12 Cask Strength, always worth finding out. If you see it at a bar, buy it. Buy it. Just do it.
Buy it from the bar. Talk to the bartender. Be like, dude, you got any extra of these? Can I just buy it from you? Can you add it to my tab?
I have literally thought that many times. Even in Virginia, where that's very illegal. I have offered someone one time for a 3/4 filled Thomas H. Handy. I was like, hey, I'll give you like X $100 for that. And he's like, no, I kind of know what that's worth. And I'm like, dang it.
It's not illegal for you to offer. It's illegal for them to accept your offer.
Darn right. Darn right. So, yeah. All right. Now that we've given our ratings, scores, let's head over our next segment of the show we like to call Whiskey World News.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Whiskey World News. Today, we're just going to chat about new releases. So I think I kind of mentioned this earlier, but this is going to feed into the what whiskey would you choose. We got Found North Snow Day. It is out. Hope you are on the mailing list. I also wanted to point out Del Bach Ode de Isla, not called Ode de Isla anymore, just called Del Bach Ode. Yep. It's out in Arizona. Soon to be nationwide distribution, but if you need one as soon as possible, like if your name's Ben Klepsig and you need one for yourself for a Christmas present, just reach out to me, us. I live in Arizona. I can hook you up. No big deal. But we got Garrison Cowboy. This year's Garrison Cowboy was slated for a December release. It is 146.4 proof.
Dang.
Yeah, that's we got a hot Garrison Cowboy. We got the Still Austin Tanager cigar blend. Cole, do you remember? Did we do Still Austin Tanager as an episode?
Never.
Last year,
I don't think we've ever done Still Austin. Re-entry buzz or episode.
Wow. All right. I might have to, I should be able to make that work, actually. If you live in Phoenix, I can at least tell you Total Wines will have that on the shelf on December 11th, Thursday, which is several days before this episode came out. So maybe I'll go pick one up. We got a Penelope 20-year American Light Whiskey at 140.8. Cole, would you buy that if the price was $200? Nope. Yeah, I know, me neither. Dude, I'm just not an American Light Whiskey guy.
I think it is, you got to have one light whiskey on your shelf, but that's about it. And I already got one.
Frankly, that's how I feel too. And like I've had a couple, and I've had a couple high age, high proof ones, and they're good. They're nice and all, but not to the point where I want to start filling up my shelf with them, at least. So, but lastly, what I want to call out is on the Breaking Bourbon December release calendar, it mentions A. Smith Bowman Cask Strength. So I dug around a little bit, and mum's the word on the Instagram page for A. Smith Bowman and everything. In theory, they should be coming out with an A. Smith Bowman Cask Strength soon, but mum's
usually
the word.
It's early in the year, but yeah, I'll take it.
You're right that it was last year.
We got
right?
David Bach's email, so
Mr. Bach, yeah. Tell us what's up, Mr. Bach.
Yeah.
But all of this feeds into the what whiskey would you choose here, though. The first one that I mentioned was, of course, our collective highest sentimental value. The Found North Snow Day, it's out.
Yeah.
If you were on the mailing list, you got an opportunity to buy one of these. No questions asked, no lines waiting, no needing to be on your computer at precisely 10 a.m. to click the button to buy now. So I want to know, did you, dear listener, purchase a Found North Snow Day? And now there's going to be several options here. No, you're a dummy and you weren't on the mailing list. No, you just frankly didn't want to. Or I want to know if you got one, or I want to know if you got a confirmed order for two. Because selfishly, I want to know, number of people who asked for two and number of people who actually got two.
Question.
That'd be a fun stat to know. So I want you to let us know. And I want you, Cole, to let us know. Did you buy one?
Just one.
Yep. Just one. Yeah, me too.
Not two. Yeah. And it was good. Yep. I mean, heck, I got a full bottle up there, right there.
Up there. Nice. Yeah, I got a full bottle
whiskey today. Nice.
Yeah, I got a full, well, no, not full. Actually, I've sampled that sucker out. I'm less than half left, actually.
Really?
But still, I decided to go with just one. You spread the love, and frankly, like, there's going to be something else I'm going to want 8 months from now, and I won't have even finished the snow day that I got already. So, like, yeah, anyway, trying to keep the numbers down a little bit, but shout out to my wife, Sam, who loves Found North Snow Day as well. She, the other night, I brought Snow Day to a buddy's house for him to try before he just see if he wanted to place an order for one. Sam had 2 Glens of Snow Day that night.
Nice. Like to the brim?
No, not to the brim. Okay, funny. One Glen to the brim, 2 Glens to a normal.
That's great.
Dude, Glen to the brim is, I don't know, a band name. No, there's something in there. There's a future single barrel named Glen to the Brim or something.
Yeah, halfway to Heather, Glen to the Brim.
Glen to the Brim, man.
What was what we said earlier?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Man. If you're listening and you remember, post it in the comments. Yeah.
Please send us a message on Instagram because we don't remember.
We forget everything. At least I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I probably told the same story like 4 times over the podcast because I don't remember that I told that story on the podcast. I know, right? Already.
The additional question here is also the write-in is, what is your favorite Found North release to date? So please let us know what your favorite Found North release to date is. And if you're a listener and you listen to this early enough to be able to respond, let us know that you were listening right now. Just say, and yes, I was listening.
Nice. Totes listening. That's a great way to comment.
That happened because I forgot what I was going to say and I needed to just end it somehow.
You got to end it somehow. Last week's What Whiskey Would You Choose? We asked, what was your most memorable distillery tour?
Yeah, and we asked if you were of the tour variety or of the tour variety. And we asked this a little late in the week. We haven't gotten all the results yet. But as I pull up the archive now, I can tell you that the choice between Buffalo Trace or A. Smith Bowman is a little more in your favor, Cole, as you might have assumed.
100%,
Buffalo
baby.
Trace with Freddie Johnson. No, not 100%.
Okay.
71% Cole as of now. But we'll let you know how that finished up next week. But we got a couple of early write-ins from Kilted 518 Miles Ferguson saying Glen Grant tour. He did say a Glen Grant tour. They even snuck us a taste of a blend that had some 50-year-old whiskey in it. Dude. Whiskey Shaman said 2018, he went to Santa Fe Spirits, hung out with the distiller for an hour, pulled for some barrels. That hanging out with the distiller and pulling from barrels, that's where it's at. Cody Clark 88 said my favorite tour is the next one. whatever the next one is, man, that's his favorite tour.
He's going to come with us to our next meetup and tour the next distillery we meet up.
If it's a tour, he might not come. But if it's a tour, he might come.
He might be confused. He might be like, wait, did I tear my pants?
He might need to hear you say the word tour in order to decide if he's going to come.
It's not a word. It's 2 syllables.
Okay. All right. Lastly, since you're unable to say the word tour, we got Madtown marketer Ben Klepsik saying chill filtered tour. And he did say tour at J. Henry. Lasted 2 hours, tasted from barrels, great company. So
shout out to Faith.
Killing it. Keep it coming on the write-ins on that. Yeah. If there's any more next week, I will let you know.
Sounds good. All right. What's our question? Oh, we already asked this question this week, right?
I did skip on over and ask you if you ordered Found North Snow Day.
Yeah, Toads did. All right. Are we closing up? Are we ready for the hopes?
We're closing up because the faster we close up, the faster Santa Claus comes.
Oh, darn right. So we're only 2 episodes in to the season 11 at this point of the Reentry Buzz. Sorry for those who haven't caught up yet, or rather, sorry that we haven't caught up to the demand of these episodes yet. But me and Bryan are tied season 11, and we're always like literally 10 seasons. We're 5-5. Season 11 is a tiebreaker season.
Hope I spank you on the Reentry Buzz.
Well, I hope that I compete well against you, good sir, and end up spanking you at the end of it. And I hope that everyone has a great Christmas coming up, but this doesn't come out until the 15th. So
true.
Shout out to, I hope my mom has a really good 69th birthday.
Heck yeah, awesome. Yeah. And I hope on the day this comes out that I get confirmation that all secret samplers have exited the building on this.
So before I close it out, I told you the joke I was thinking about earlier this week on my mom turning 69. And I'll just say it here because it was just silly. But I was like, my mom turned 69 this year. Nice. Wait, that's disgusting.
I know. Yeah.
So, I sent Bryan that. I was like, my thoughts this week were thus. So shout out to my mom.
Someday I'm going to be 69, but then I'm going to be so old that's going to be gross.
yeah, that too. But my mom is great. Shout out to Reenie Sebald. Hope you have a great day today. We love you. Thanks for listening, everyone. We will see you guys next time when we hope that our love of whiskey lifted your spirits.
But on the nose, it's a little dustier. Not getting as much sugar's rich caramel on the nose either. It's kind of just, oh my gosh, who do we have here? Can you hear me?
She beat me back to the room.